Greenland, the world's largest island. More than 2 million square kilometres of ice, rock, and breathtaking beauty. During August's endless summer days, the Greenlandic Football Championship is played from dawn to dusk. One pitch, 1 week. A relentless festival of matches played back to back until a champion is crowned.
You have to love football to do this.
Some players chase dreams that reach far beyond this field, while others play simply for the love of the game.
This is what it's meant to be. This is how it should be, the way they do it here.
Against the backdrop of Greenland's complex past and recent prominence in the international news agenda, the championship draws everyone together through their shared passion for football, creating one of the most unique away days in the world. This year's tournament was held in Nuuk, Greenland's capital and its cultural and political hub. The city is growing, helped by the construction of a new international airport, but it's still defined by its rows of colourful houses, once painted so sailors could spot them from the sea. The tournament was held at Nuuk Stadium, watched over by a sheer cliff face, giving the championship a setting as distinctive as the competition itself. The championship is held in a different city each year, but given the size of Greenland, no matter where the tournament is held, it creates a logistical headache for teams wanting to compete for their national title. There are 8 teams competing in this year's competition. 4 of them reside in the capital: B67, IT79, FC Nuuk, and FC Tukto. The other teams, however, faced an arduous and expensive trip to get to the tournament. G44 and T41 travelled from Disco Island further north. G44 used a combination of boat and plane to reach Nuuk, whilst T41 hunkered down for a 2-day trip over the sea. They weren't the only team battling the waves, with K33 taking 2 days themselves from Qaqortoq to Nuuk, and N45 taking 17 hours from Paamiut to their final destination at Nuuk Stadium.
There is something really unique about the Greenlandic Championship, and when I first heard about it many years ago, I saw it described as the toughest championship in the world, and I didn't even know what that meant. But then when I dug into it and started talking to people who had more knowledge, it turned out that they play literally every day for a week. It was mind-blowing just to think that a player could do that. Just telling that to a player in the Premiership, they would never in this world accept it. They won't even train every day.
A glance at Greenland's football history makes one thing clear. The team to beat was Boldklubben 1967, or simply B67. With a record 15 titles, they had long set the standard.
B67, just look at how they warm up. I mean, it's just a better organised team. And the other ones, they cannot really compete with them in a lot of ways. So they root together against B67. No doubt about it.
When they walked onto the pitch in Nuuk, they looked every bit the champions. But the sense around the ground was different. The other teams were ready to push back, to make sure this tournament would be no easy march to another title. In the group stage, their sternest test came against city rivals Inuit Timisoqatigifiet Nia Helfies, or IT79. The two teams had faced each other on countless occasions, and B67 looked like they could run away with this early on. But this encounter proved to be far from routine. B67 missed chance after chance as the game somehow reached half-time scoreless. Then came a moment that harked back to a time before goal line technology, the outcome resting entirely on the referee's decision. Was it over the line? IT79 certainly didn't care. A heroic defensive display in the second half saw IT79 hold firm to secure a win that turned the tournament on its head. Facing each other that day were two brothers, Søren Kreutzmann, the tricky winger for B67, and his older brother Jürgen marshalling the IT-79 defence. On this occasion, it was the older sibling that came out on top.
He didn't doing nothing, but it's nice to beat him. I didn't beat him for 5 years. I really happy and proud of me, and so it's really nice.
It was a beautiful game against him. I'm proud of my big brother, so I take it like a motivation to the next match against him.
B67 are captained by Patrick Fredriksson, better known as Pato. A towering figure in Greenlandic football, he leads both the national football and futsal teams, and is a respected voice for the sport across the country. Off the field, he works at an orphanage in Nuuk, where he mentors troubled teenagers to turn their lives around using sport and making good use of the outdoor wilderness of their homeland.
So this is our humble home. That's where we have our place. So we have 6 bedrooms. We wake up really early in the morning, 6 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m., depends on how difficult they can be, but mostly 6 a.m. for a morning jog, and it's around 5 kilometers. And the main reason is to prepare the body and the mind to go to school, so they're able to get some knowledge or face difficulties they will meet throughout the day. So that's the kitchen, and it's open living room. Outside we have a barbecue, and we also have a place to smoke. We smoke our own meat or fish. This one is always locked because we have our knives and also some sweet candy or some sweet stuff here. It's because we don't give kids sugar every day. It's mostly in the weekend, so they also know how to set a boundary. So it's not like eating unhealthy food every day. So we try to aim for a healthy lifestyle with physical activity and healthy food. Also take care of the mental health. So right now in summertime in August, we always go on hunting. So we have 5 kids on hunting right now with the workers. We have 4 adults with them. The kids will be in the fjord for a month, and they love it because they get to drive meat and shoot some reindeers, have fun where they can be kids. They have so many challenges, but you can give them one moment and they will remember it, one good memory, and that can change their lives. So I'm born and raised here in Nuuk. My father, he's Greenlandic, and my mother is Nigerian. My father, he also grew up in an orphanage because his parents passed away when he was a child. There's many times where I've been thinking it would be nice to try to live outside Greenland. Could be Denmark, Sweden, or some other place where you can play football or different kind of sport. I just missed like the nature here in Greenland. It's a part of me, going on hunting, being with my family, with my parents. So I love football, but the nature just feels something in me that's more important. I have 2 kids at home, my girlfriend, and the last couple of years I have been traveling a lot with football or futsal, so I haven't been that much with my daughter, and this year I can finally be with her and bring her up to the football field, and she has a lot of energy. She's running around, yelling and cheering for me, and that makes me so proud because she loves it.
In the group stages, 4 games a day are played, and all are shown live by the national broadcaster of Greenland. With the weather in Nuuk changing on a sixpence, the commentators had a novel solution to escape the howling Arctic wind.
We started 2 days ago with the first matches, and we were sitting
just beside the field here, but the wind and it was really cold, so they decided to take another van from the KNR TV and put us inside it because that we could not freeze while we were commentating. So it was much better.
Carsten Møller Andersen. Klaus Jeremesen ungesiak misilippa ammadami kusalaqsuminak tumik.
There are two kinds of supporters here. Some embrace the cliffside setting, watching from what must be one of the most unique stands in world football. Others prefer to park up and watch from the comfort of their cars.
What I totally enjoy about going here is, when you see the spectators up on the cliff, the chill factor is enormous, but they're still sitting there, right? And then the ones who don't want to get out of their cars, they sit, with the heat on and sometimes listen to the match on the radio while watching it. And then they honk when there's a big chance or when their team scores.
With its one-of-a-kind format and the challenge of simply getting here, it's no surprise that the championship attracts ground hoppers and football tourists from all around the world.
I'm Aiden from Melbourne all the way in Australia, so as far away from Greenland as you can possibly get. It's like watching football in a lot of different countries. I think this is country number 47 now.
Here you see like the romantic side of football, because it's just about passion. There's no money in the game. It's like the real football, if I can say it like that.
I definitely developed a favorite player. Soren from B67, the Greenlandic Ronaldinho, I've decided to call him. He's got the dreadlocks, he's got a bit of class about him. He likes to run with the ball. He brings the fun to football. It's what we like to see.
I mean, it's the cheapest place here in town, but the quality is quite good. They have self-made cakes and also hot dogs or tea when it's freezing cold. I don't know what to say, it's just amazing.
You see the players here playing for love, for the passion of the game, and the experience as a fan. You can just walk around anywhere you like, and that is the best grandstand I've ever been on. Just a big rock, and you sit wherever you like. We watched the bit from the top of it as well, and you get to see the football pitch and then the whole city and the harbour beyond it as well. It's beautiful, amazing experience.
What do you want more than that?
The tournament has been played since 1954. Here is the bronze medal match from 1986, played in Nuuk at the same spot as it's played today.
Until 2016, they played on clay and gravel. 2016. So they had to chalk up the penalty area and the sidelines during the interval because they were disappeared, they were gone. And the ball, when you saw it, I mean, it could kind of bounce off in every direction. And they made tackles, sliding tackles, and it was insane. 6 matches in a week on clay and gravel without sidelines. I mean, that's amazing.
When we got these artificial football fields, it was so nice. I think one of the best memories, but also the worst, is the final in Ilulissat. We were only 9 players. We were 2 men down. We got 2 red cards during the final. So it was a tough match and it still hurts. But the way we kept fighting, like the team spirit, it was something that touched me a lot. Like we were behind, we had every odds against us. And we actually came in front 2-1. We scored, even though we only were 9 players, and we managed to stay in front until I think there was 2 minutes before the final whistle, and then they suddenly scored. Nobody gave up. We ran for each other, we helped each other, even though we lost the final in penalties. That's how a team should be like.
One of the other contenders for the trophy are 2-time champions G44 from Kekutasuak. They impressed in the group stages, finishing top of their group, winning all 3 games. Accommodation in Nuuk doesn't come cheap, so the players bunk together in simple quarters that prove perfect for team spirit.
Here is our room. Here we eat breakfast, and our 2 youngest players sleep here. Team leader, player from Brazil, goalkeeper, and I sleep here. It's like hotel. No, there is 3 another players who sleep here. There is also another team who sleep in another room, another team from Bermuda, and we play against them today. Kitchen. We are lucky to have a deal with one of restaurant, so we don't cook here. So we eat in a restaurant. We play with cards and just have fun.
Greenland came under Danish control in the early 18th century, a colonisation that left a lasting mark on the island. Today, it's an autonomous territory, managing its own affairs while Copenhagen handles defence and foreign policy.
The history between Denmark and Greenland is tainted, no doubt about it. We imperialized Greenland for many years, but since 2009 they have been self-governed. Recent years, and especially since 2009, there has been a separation movement. And it's clear to see that the young Greenlanders are much more aware of what that independence means. Which is to say that they also know that they cannot do it overnight, but they are aware that they need to make a solid plan to make it happen. The development that I really like seeing is that on the football pitch, you kind of see the cultures melting together. And I don't see the same separation as you would see in the political area. So you easily see a team here with several Danes on it, totally integrated. The language of football is something that people share.
We always welcome everybody that wants to play football in our team or in other teams. So that's where we are really open, and because it's a society where we have fun, where we are together.
The distance, culture and language make Greenland distinct from Denmark, though its politics are complex. It's not yet an independent country, and while the island has long dreamed of joining FIFA, that goal remains out of reach.
In 2017 and 18, I was up here to talk about being manager in Denmark, and every time I leave this place, I thought, oh, this is the land of opportunities. I could make something big here, and I also have ambition for the Greenlandic people. So when the president called me and asked me about being a national coach, I said yes in 2 minutes, and we have made the contract in 1 minute. So it was very easy.
Geographically, Greenland sits in North America, and the national team has long sought membership in CONCACAF. That status would open the door to World Cup qualifiers and matches against other nations. Yet just before this year's tournament, the application was unanimously rejected by all 41 CONCACAF members, keeping Greenland on the sidelines of international football.
That was really disappointing. Like, I wouldn't say we had high hopes, but we had good hopes that we could finally get into a football federation and perhaps start playing more international matches. So it was really a punch in the stomach, really disappointing. Also because we didn't get any reason for why they denied our application. We all know it's expensive to travel to Greenland, but if that's one of the reasons that you are saying no because of this financial situation, I think it's really low.
It was a big shock for us that that CONCACAF said you cannot be a member of this, but we are still fighting. We look forward, and we've trying to find solution now to find out which way we will go now. So I think we're not finished. So we want to fight. I have just signed a new contract for Greenland because I have big thoughts about Greenlandic football and still thought that we will be a part of something in the next years.
It's difficult to say at the moment which direction Greenland should go if they want to play international football, because one option is that they do it politically, that they slowly try to change the political view, they slowly get their independence, they would become a UN-recognized nation and would be able to apply again. But that will take time. And if you look at the players now, it won't be in their active years. Right after England, it's the country in the world with the most footballers per capita. It tells a lot about what the football culture is here. And Greenland has more active football players than some nations have inhabitants.
My biggest dream is that CONCACAF said, of course, FIFA said, of course you have welcome to CONCACAF and you can play World Cup matches against us. That's my biggest dream.
The final day arrives. The relentless schedule has taken its toll. FC Nuuk can't field a team, having run out of fit players. G44 fall in the semi-finals, but claim the bronze against their dormitory companions N45. Ricardo Carvalho, a Brazilian living in Iceland, leaves the tournament with a goal to his name and the impression that Greenland's love of football mirrors that of his own home country.
I'm not sure if I'm the first Brazilian here. I'm going to ask the guys, but they say this is the first foreigners they play here this tournament, and I'm very happy because I was scored in the second game. I was scored a goal, so maybe I'm the first Brazilian I scored a goal. Yeah, when you say about football, it's the people don't know we play football. The guys play football here. So for me, it's a very great experience to be here. So we try to come here next year also.
The final arrives. B67 versus IT79. Friends, family, and a fierce rivalry. One chasing revenge, the other aiming for a remarkable repeat.
I går snakker vi om oplevelser. I dag bliver det på en eller anden måde endnu mere til virkelighed. I dag skaber vi minder. Vi skaber en oplevelse. Alt det, vi spiller fodbold for, det gør vi for sådan nogle dage som i dag. Sammenhold. Fight. Krig. Vi skal vinde. Vi skal være kolde. Vi skal have attitude, boys. Det er det. Er vi klar?
Yeah! Come on, boys! Come on! It was a proud Greenlandic occasion, and the perfect stage for B67 to claim yet another title. But their scrappy Nuuk rivals had other ideas.
Mads Pedersen, nummer 9.
IT79 defend with their usual dogged determination, leading at the break, 45 minutes from a stunning upset. At the beginning of the second half, the sibling rivalry takes centre stage. Jürgen Kreutzmann handles his brother's cross, conceding a penalty. With a third straight title on the line, B67 are handed a lifeline.
Carsten Müller Andersen.
Champions never go away. They find the gaps as fatigue sets in, and the younger Kreutzmann brother finally drags them back into the game. Moments later, B67 claim the win. Kings of the capital, champions of Greenland once again.
It's such a relief. It's really amazing that finally achieving one of your goals of this season. And also coming back from defeat and getting our revenge, it's really delightful.
Each winner takes a gold medal and a golden harpoon point. Medals go to children or to the dog, but the harpoon is prized. Soren Kreutzmann earns player of the tournament, while his brother and Pato make the team of the tournament. Though they may never play on the world stage themselves, the growth and dedication of these players could light the way for the next generation to carry Greenlandic football onto a larger stage.